Here with another edition or whatever, talk about how I use martial arts to aid me in my recovery. So last time we talked about just the mental aspects of martial arts that have really helped me, and I used an example that was pretty dear to me and pretty relevant. And then this time I said I was going to talk a little bit about the physical aspects. Now, some of that could be very obvious, but some of the things, the biggest thing I want to talk to you about today, as it goes to the physical side of it, is awareness or body awareness. So through anybody who's done martial arts or actually any other physical activity, so this isn't too unique to just martial arts, but that's my experience, is that body awareness is huge. So whether you're a football player, or basketball player, or baseball player, being aware of what your body can do, what it can't do, how it can move, how it shouldn't move, and then how to work that to your strength. So what had to do a lot in martial arts is just be aware of where my body is, how my body moves, and then also where my partner body is, how they move, and how to take advantage of that, for example, or exploit that is maybe a better way to say it. And so being aware and paying attention to how my body moves and how another person's body moves and how to exploit it. So basically putting my partner into a compromising situation makes me aware of where I should be and where I shouldn't be. So through this recovery, I have three things that I'm not allowed to do in my recovery. Three precautions that they have me be aware of. One is they don't want me to bring my knee past 90 degrees. So that means if I'm sitting, I have to sit back a little bit, that kind of thing. Number two is they don't want me to internally rotate my foot. So that means take my big toe and put it towards the middle of my body. And then the last one is not to cross my operative leg over my non-operative leg. So those are some things that sometimes we do without thinking, and sometimes we and that's part of it. So through martial arts is that me being aware of those things and being aware of that position, and then really working hard at maintaining those precautions while doing everything else that I can do within my precautions to help my recovery. So again, just understanding how my body's supposed to move. Now, the second part of it, which is probably a little bit more obvious, is just using the drills that I have, that I've learned through martial arts, through whether it's some kind of combative movement or something else, and trying to bring those back to more of a health and wellness perspective. And really, that's what MKG is about. It's less about the combative side and more about using martial arts as a health and wellness vehicle to maintain what we have, develop what we have, and improve what we have. So it's really a pretty perfect situation for me. So for example, there are lots of footwork drills, and in our MKG manual we have almost 30 or maybe more than 30, a list of 30 different footwork drills. And the majority of them I can do without breaking my precautions. So using a lot of the footwork drills in my recovery has been super helpful. I've probably hit 10 of them already since I've been able to move and get around. And I'm really thankful that I have that list. It's just something I can go to or something I can pull out of my memory, and that'll allow me to keep moving. And that actually helps. What I'm going to talk about in the future is the emotional side of it. So it just keeps me confident and positive, something to strive for. But we'll talk about that more the next time. So the other part of it is in the physical side of it is understanding that my body can do more than my mind wants it to. So sometimes I get tired, and a lot of times that's just complaining, just whining. You can push it beyond that safely, and just kind of get the whiny part of it out of it and say, no, this is good for me. It's going to hurt now, but it's going to be good for me later. So paying attention to my body and understanding the difference between the awareness of what's painful and what's uncomfortable. So the pain you want to stay away from. Of course, you don't want to hurt. I don't want to hurt myself. I don't want to cause any problems with the work that the doctors did. I want to help that. So sometimes the uncomfortability part of it is just soreness, aching, and that kind of stuff. And that I can kind of just sit down and say, okay, no, my body is telling me this is hard. It's not telling me it's wrong or it's impossible. It's telling me it's hard. Now, being aware of the difference will help me to push through and actually recover a little faster. And saying, it's hard, well, let's do one more, or let's do 5 more, or whatever I can feel until I get to a point where I feel like it's going to push past this uncomfortability and more towards pain. And then listening to it. That's the other thing. Being aware of what your body is telling you. Hear it, listen to it, be aware of what it's actually saying, and then knowing when to stop. So when I work with a partner, there's things where you can you push them, maybe do a sweep or some kind of takedown. You can get them to a point, maybe in jiu-jitsu or some kind of grappling, where it's uncomfortable, but they're fine. They're not injured. And knowing that is a good thing. So I can get the technique down. Maybe if it's an arm bar or a triangle or whatever else, other martial arts technique you can think of, wrist locks, those kind of things, shoulder locks, get it to they're uncomfortable, but not to the point where they're injured. So it allows both sides to really feel this. I know I'm rambling a little bit, but I think you'll get the point. You're getting the point. So what I really want to touch today is about the idea of body awareness. Understanding what it's saying, or hearing what it's saying, listening to it, being able to decipher it, meaning that is it pain or is it uncomfortability, and then understanding that my body can do more than what my brain sometimes says it can. So with that, I just wanted to share that with you. Maybe it's helpful, maybe it's not, but again, this is my experience and it's really been helping me. I hope if you've been following some of the Facebook Live stuff that I've been doing, I'm going to try to do that every Monday for the next couple of weeks, maybe the next 4 or 5 weeks, as like updates, because everybody seems to really strangely enough be interested in it. I don't really understand, but maybe it's helping somebody, and that's what it's doing. That is great. So I'll be doing those Facebook Live updates of how I'm moving and how things are going and how I'm recovering, and then hopefully it'll help. So watch out for those, and then also just keep an eye on our Facebook page, our YouTube channel. I'm going to try to upload this both to Facebook and to YouTube because of the weird algorithms and stuff. I want to make sure people can see it. And then also, again, I'm going to try to get in that Instagram thing. So with that said, thank you very much for listening again, and I hope you have a great day. Train safe, train hard, have fun, and I will talk to you again soon.
Train safe, train hard, have fun. MKG International Martial Arts, Madison.